Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Poland Daily History. Today we will be talking to Mr. Artur Górniewski, a tour guide who receives hundreds of international guests every year who all yearn to learn more about Polish history. Together we will explore the locations he takes them on in Warsaw, Poland, and Central Eastern Europe. So Arthur, you are a tour guide, but not just relegated to Warsaw. If some foreigners come over here, have a few days to spend outside of touring Warsaw, if they were to visit some other places in Poland, where would you usually take them?
Well, Poland, 331,000 square kilometers of history sites. So where shall I start? North, south, east or west? Tell me.
Oh, let's go north.
Let's go north. So I will take you north to Gdańsk, which is so-called Singapore of Poland. Crazy rich merchants over there who were collecting taxes out of goods and transported through Vistula River to the area of Baltic Sea, Sweden, Scandinavia, and ports in Netherlands. The biggest in entire planet Earth church made of red bricks is right over there. So the old town of Gdańsk is simply amazing, but there was a moment in our history when Gdańsk was outside. It was an independent city of Gdańsk, so we constructed another port in Gdynia, so that second city, and still we need one more city to practice our national sport. Remember?
Sure.
Drinking
on a bench.
So there's Sopot, and Sopot is a place where you book yourself Grand Hotel, and you walk out barefoot straight to the white sandy beach, and then you enter Molo. Molo is like a bridge that goes into the sea, 1 mile, and there's a very big wooden pavement that you can use to enjoy your time, like in the Baltic Sea area. So it's so-called the Free City agglomeration. What's interesting over there, Solidarity Museum. I'm telling you, Ben, Solidarity Museum is the only museum that cost a tear in this eye, because it presents determination of Polish people, this resilience to get back our final independence. There is also amazing World War II museum. This is where Solidarity Labor Union movement started. This is where Lech Wałęsa provided his most important speeches. And Gdańsk is, and during August we have Dominican market over there, so you can buy a lot of goods out there. That's very nice time in Gdańsk. And right next to Gdańsk there are so a little bit to the east we have Mazury Lakeside district. So there are a lot of big lakes after ice ages, and there is also Wolfschanze, so Wolf's Lair, Adolf Hitler bunkers, where he spent more than 1,000 days of World War II. This is also where General Stauffenberg tried to kill Adolf Hitler in his bunkers. So another crazy important history site. Then we have a beautiful church in Licheń, which looks absolutely in an amazing way. So there is a perfect match combination. So if we reached eastern side of Poland, then let's continue south to Treblinka, to the death camp of Treblinka. There are beautiful national parks in this area too, so you can see a bison over there. And of course we have Bison Grass Vodka, so you can continue sightseeing Poland in a Polish way. Bison Grass Vodka with a little bit of apple juice, that's Polish apple pie.
All right, that's what it's called.
Exactly. So let's go south to Lublin, one of most prominent cities in the medieval times, with a concentration camp of Majdanek right next to it. So every single time we have a combination of history sites, one next to each other. And I can tell you this, the Royal Castle in Lublin, when I describe it to my guests, it looks like a cake. It's
It
just
does.
so sweet, it's just so cute, it's just so amazing. And Lublin is also a very important place for Polish people in Polish history, because this is where Lublin Union was signed in 1569, when Poland and Lithuania became one country, with every single latter king elected in a democratic way.
Warsaw is located in a quite central part of Poland. As a result, tourists who wish to also explore other parts of Poland will never have to travel further than 300 to 350 kilometers to visit Poland's other large cities, often frequented by tourists. Next up, we will talk with Mr. Górniewski about the main cities in southern and western Poland. So we started our conversation today talking about the northern side of Poland, and we're working clockwise towards the east. I was wondering if you can take us farther down along with the journey.
Yes, only if I could cross Ukrainian border, I would take you to Lviv. I visited this city a half a year ago, and it's a beautiful city. We call it a pearl in Polish crown, but of course, in nowadays Ukraine, it's an Ukrainian city, but there are amazing sites connected with Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Beautiful city. Absolutely worthwhile to take a look at Lviv. But then if we smoothly came back to Poland, and then a beautiful countryside would take us next to Carpathian Mountains. These are the oldest European mountains, and we could drive along them so to reach Krakow. So many times in top 10 European best destinations. You know, Warsaw and Krakow are rivals.
Right.
So if you ask Warsawian, yes, if you take Warsawian about Krakow, then every single Krakow guy thinks that my speech is doomed. But I will astonish you. I like Krakow very much. Because these are roots of Poland. That was our capital over there. Krakow wasn't destroyed during World War II because Adolf Hitler wanted to make a capital of his future empire over there in Krakow.
All right, look at that.
Exactly. And right next to it, there are also nastiest concentration camps in the area of Auschwitz and Birkenau. There were another 26 concentration camps. So it's also very important history site. But also, what was the reason of wealth of people of Krakow and Polish kings and queens of this time? Salt. So there were very important salt mines, and today we can see salt mine of Wieliczka, and within the centuries, miners carved regular cathedrals downstairs in these salt mines out of salt. You can literally try if it's salty.
Right.
Really, that's what the tour guides say, but then they inform you that 1,000 people before you were doing the same thing.
Right.
A lot of fun over there. That's a great area. And then my little favorite city, south from Krakow, Zakopane. So if we have guests from US at the moment watching us, let me tell you this, Aspen of Poland.
Right.
It's a city surrounded with mountains. That's why we call it in our language Zakopane, which is like digged, covered, because it's surrounded with mountains. That's where my grandfather taught me how to ski when I was 3 years old. And in this area, there are great ski resorts. So above of history importance of this area, you can relax in a great spa, hotels, therms. So you have these very healthy waters coming from the underground, and you can have a bath looking at the mountains. How about this? And then let's continue our journey to the west through Silesian area. A lot of coal mines over there, so you can see Guido mine, which was a coal mine, and you can also go down there and take a look at the machines that were used throughout the centuries over there in that mine. So to continue, this is the area of the greatest Polish castles constructed in 14th century, so we were fortifying ourselves against Czechia. There was a very big conflict in between Polish kings Władysław Łokietek and his son Casimir the Great, because Jan Luksemburski, he had the right to take Polish crown. So first we paid him money to have the right, and then we fortified ourselves, like constructing little China Wall, the Great Wall, to protect ourselves from another country. So there are a lot of amazing castles, but the castle that I like presenting my guests the most is castle in Książ. That was a castle of Hochberg family. And there was a moment when Hochberg family, that was Prussian family, they were the wealthiest people in Europe. They had more than 1,600 factories. And Mr. Hochberg married the most beautiful European lady, Princess Daisy. There is a legend about Princess Daisy that you could grab her hips just like this. And that was the thing in Europe over then. What I like showing to my guests over there, first European central vacuum cleaning system. Beautiful place, worth visiting, and then maybe I will take you to another places as well.
As we have seen today, traveling is an integral part of learning history. Through the eyes of a tourist, given historical context by a guide, we were able to learn the events that shaped Poland and its culture. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee, and I'll see you next time on Poland Daily History.